A quick little cast for right now. Nothing too crazy. Trying to figure out everything, I guess. And that will be it. You know? So, let's get right on into it. Oh, let me turn my settings on before we do any of that. That could have been bad. All right, so here we are. Another one of these Road to TI8 casts.
I shall not report them.
And let's take a look at what teams we've got so far. We've got Skywrath Mage, Nature's Prophet, Legion Commander, Bane, Anti-Mage. So, looking like more of a let's make space for the Anti-Mage. We've got heroes that can fight, come, you know, a little bit late early game, if that makes sense. You know, a little bit later in the early game. And mid-game with the Legion Commander, as well as the Nature's Prophet. A little bit of global presence with the Nature's Prophet. If you get a duel off with a Blink or Shadow Blade, then you get in there with the Nature's Prophet TP in. Duel is going to work well with the Mystic Flare of the Skywrath Mage. And then Bane, he's got the lockdown of the Fiend's Grip. So, you know, you've got a lot to work with here. And then for the other side, however, you've got Silencer, Ricky, Pangolier, Ancient Apparition, and Bristleback. So Bristleback is looking like he's mid Ancient Apparition going up towards top with the Pangolier, and then bottom Ricky Silencer is going to be the combination. So
when the horn blows, the blood flows.
We'll see how this ends up going, and at least for right now, it's going to be 2 bounty runes apiece. So Silencer here against the Ricky. I mean, it's not the best combination overall, and it's going to be up against Bane as well as the Anti-Mage. So we'll see how Anti-Mage is really able to handle this. I don't know if he's really going to be needing the Blink all too much. And yeah, first level he's going to go into the mana break. So with this, he doesn't feel pressured. Last word is going to be level 1. And Brain Sap here for the Bane. So if you're Ricky, you got to be very careful. They don't have any way to really get rid of the Sentry Ward at the moment. And that could really be a problem for the Ricky. Yeah, he won't be really able to get in there and harass this Anti-Mage as much as First Blood happens over top, and then you've got the Silencer, or Silencer is just trying to get the last word on to the Anti-Mage. Take a look over top, Nature's Prophet as well as the Legion Commander in the farming spot. Pangolier is here with the Ancient Apparition. I don't know if I really like this lane either, and they're against 2 ranged heroes. If they can only find the body blocks, that would have been nice, but he ends up able to get that salve off and heal back all the way to full health. Ancient Apparition bringing Chilling Touch and Cold Feet. I don't know if they're going to be able to really land Cold Feet in this lane. But the Chilling Touch is there for the extra damage, and Ancient Apparition just eating some heavy pot shots here from the Nature's Prophet. He's continuing to just taunt away. Going to be very interesting to see how this lane kind of ends up, especially due to the fact that I really don't think that Ancient Apparition is safe in this lane, and the Nature's Prophet as well as the Legion Commander are going to find some easy levels and go into this mid game with some safety overall. Bristleback here over mid. I mean, Skywrath is going to be able to stay miles away from this Bristleback and not in too much trouble. As Ancient Apparition low again, as is the Pangolier over towards top. Nature's Prophet loving just being able to taunt away in this lane. He's not really in much danger. I mean, your melee on the Pangolier, Ancient Apparition really doesn't do much to you. He's forced all the way out of this lane, and again, now you're without the Ancient Apparition. Your Pangolier just trying to farm. You're up against Legion Commander, Nature's Prophet, stuck in a very, very bad way.
Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble.
Being able to sit here over bottom and really open up the lane for the Anti-Mage. He does take 1 level in that blink just in case. Pretty high cooldown at level 1, 15 seconds, so you want to use it efficiently. And you take a look again, Nature's Prophet just harassing out the Ancient Apparition. Will eat the Cold Feet, probably going to freeze over, but again, doesn't really care. There's not much they could do. And even if they do come over, it's not gonna turn into anything good, because if they both come over, overwhelming odds hits them, and Legion Commander comes in to clean up. Not the right spot or place to be in. It's over mid. Now trying to go in on the Skywrath Mage will be the Bristleback. Just harassing this Skywrath Mage. As again, Anti-Mage. Just open lane. Behind the back will be this Silencer. They'll get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. Now they'll look for the Legion Commander. Damage to the Nature's Prophet no longer there. He's up in 3 seconds. We'll see if he TP's over. He'll have vision probably of the Ancient Apparition. I want to see where he TP's to, and this is going to be not that deep, but looks over at the AA and maybe could have dove a little bit deeper. And these Treants trying to do work. Now blocked by the Pangolier. And swashbuckle. Bristleback dead in mid. Last word comes out on the Nature's Prophet. He eats a bit of damage there with that. Ancient Apparition just able to walk away. And all of a sudden, Skywrath Mage kills off the Bristleback solo. And
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Skywrath Mage will take control of this lane.
What can I do in return?
Puts them up 2,000 net worth. Nature's Prophet sitting in this lane and really saving up his cash. 1,200 gold. And Swashbuckle could put him in a little bit of danger. And Pangolier comes over. Cold Feet onto the Legion Commander. Going to be pushing back that LC.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bristleback just eating arcane bolts. Being getting a little bit low here. Silence up. Ancient or Anti-Mage, however, goes in onto the Silencer. They should have this kill on the blink forward. Get the kill on the Silencer. Sprout comes out on the Pangolier. Low is the Nature's Prophet. Not sure how close he wants to stand to this with Swashbuckle on a relatively low cooldown at 12 seconds. TP's back to base, so he'll be back soon. Ricky here. And the Sentry Ward is from the Dire, so he's in an okay spot at the moment. Not in much danger sitting in this lane with no vision coming up from the Radiant, but about to hit level 6 soon is the Anti-Mage. Last word comes out onto a creep. Definitely not what you want or need at this spot. Farming out the jungle just a little bit will be this Pangolier, but now spotted. Arcane Bolt comes through as well as the concussive shot. And no silence coming through from the Skywrath Mage, and basically lets this Pangolier live. Ancient Apparition TP's back to base. They really get away with murder here on the Dire side. I mean, 2 heroes low like that with global mobility here. It just doesn't seem like you should be giving up those kind of kills, especially when they're that low. And now, all those things considered, they're up 3,000 net worth. Anti-Mage is top in the net worth, not something you see too often without the Battle Fury. Then you've got Skywrath Mage doing his thing, looking for the Veil. He's hit level 7. No Mystic Flare yet, goes 4-1-2. But he'll make his presence felt. And I think with that, he was trying to find where the Legion Commander was going to find that first duel at. Anti-Mage looking for the Battle Fury. Bane here, level 5. Close to 6, so they'll have Fiend's Grip soon. Things are really shaping up for the Radiant. And to be quite honest, Dire have to be very careful because Pangolier really doesn't have much of anything. Bristleback kind of just needs levels and a Vanguard, I'd say. Maybe a Crimson Guard from that Vanguard. I don't really know what Dire think they're going to do with this lineup, and especially against the Radiant side, as already the first duel comes down. They'll kill the Ancient Apparition. Silencer dies bottom, and as Anti-Mage comes in, uses that ulti on the Silencer. Yeah, Silencer, the stronger he gets, the better target he becomes for that Anti-Mage with all that mana. They look over the Pangolier, Cold Feet on the Nature's Prophet, and probably needs to walk away at this point. Freezes over. The damage from the AA is nothing to joke about. One more shot will get the kill. The Rolling Thunder comes in. One more shot for the high ground. And there it is. They kill off this Prophet and look for the Legion Commander, but not going to be able to get the kill there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This will do nicely.
So, coming over will be the Skywrath Mage, who looks over, silence, and the Mystic Flare. Does quite nice, but you've got the Magic Wand, more Arcane Bolts. The Sprout will help get this kill for the Skywrath Mage, and that's what I'm talking about with the global mobility. They're able to bring the Skywrath Mage over, and when he comes over and the Nature's Prophet has TP off cooldown, he's able to TP in, Sprout keep him close. They have a lot of things to make Mystic Flare very viable in this game. They've got Sprout, they've got Duel, they've got Fiend's Grip too. Blink forward, and there's the Fiend's Grip. Doesn't really need the ulti, but with Ricky showing himself, they're able to get the kill, and that is the Mana Void that does enough damage in the follow-up from that Nature's Prophet ult. So 2 kills there, 5,000 net worth lead, and again, things looking good for the Radiant, just all Millhouse for them, honestly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quick little kill there on the Nature's Prophet with Swashbuckle on the Shield Crash. TP to top from the Bane. He doesn't have Fiend's Grip for another 30 seconds. Could chill out for a little as Ricky's made his way over top, so that leaves Silencer by himself. Mana Void up in 24 seconds. Battle Fury finished in about 700 gold. So we'll see where the Anti-Mage ends up finishing off all this gold, as he's gotten actually to the jungle and Legion Commander over towards bottom. That leaves Bane by himself over top. Skywrath still just farming mid. Interesting little rotations that come out, and now press the attack and the blink away as Bristleback comes over to grab that bounty rune.
Dire's middle tower's in trouble. Which one's Dire again?
Now back over towards top. They do have Fiend's Grip. They'll find the Ancient Apparition with the Sprout. They should have the damage, and there's the Brain Sap. Bane gets the kill. That's a level 4 Brain Sap, just doing so much damage. 300 pure damage, and that is, you know, early in the game, especially when you are a Ancient Apparition. I don't know how you survive with only 720 health as Bristleback dies over towards bottom. And again, it's the Mana Void that's just doing so much damage. This Anti-Mage pick is just devastating the Dire side, and they're not really going to have an answer once he really starts to get off. Bottom. Last word. Arcane Curse, as well as the Tricks of the Trade. Not enough damage. They're actually wanting him to blink to keep that Arcane Curse on him, but wisely enough, he just walks away knowing that he's not going to die. Ancient Apparition back into the Sprout. Is level 5. Cold Feet procs onto the Nature's Prophet, but the Brain Sap again just obliterates him, and there's the Global Silence to follow it up. Bristleback trying to chase down these heroes with the Quill Spray. Is outputting quite a bit, especially with the stacks getting more and more, and now they've brought this Skywrath Mage over. The Silence, I don't know how long that's got to last. You have to be very careful on the Radiant, as you already lose this Nature's Prophet, and that's what I'm talking about. You just cannot chase. You have to keep that Silence high and long, and actually the buyback comes out. That's going to mean he's trying to TP in, I would assume, but really unneeded.
Tis mine.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Death's bounty.
Now the push comes out towards top, and again, this just opens up the map for the Anti-Mage, who now does have that Battle Fury. So, Battle Fury picked up here for the Anti-Mage. Ancient Apparition dead, staying too close to this tower again. Brain Sub level 4, I don't know why you're staying that close. You know that it's going to destroy you. It's really just not the play at all. As Tricks of the Trade comes out, the tier 2 tower will end up falling. And they'll look for the Ricky, but he's able to blink strike away. Now silenced up, trying to run, and does end up invis. Vanguard is picked up by this Bristleback, as it is 13-4. Pangolier, he's just got Phase Boots in the Aquila, and Silencer here with 2 Sage's masks. Nothing, again, to really gloat about. So it's getting tough for the Dire. Ancient Apparition just in here level 5. We'll take out that tower. And Global Silence. Okay. Comes out. I think maybe they were looking for the Nature's Prophet. Reapplies that Arcane Curse. There's the last word. Probably didn't want to do that because that's going to do a lot of damage. And now he's on the run, but Anti-Mage is here. Very low on mana is this Silencer. Doesn't die from the Mana Void, but will die from the right clicks that come in. And it's, again, another kill there for the Anti-Mage, and just destroying this game. Blade Mail is popped, looking for a duel somewhere. Swashbuckle comes out of the Skywrath Mage as well as the Shield Crash, but they've got the Mystic Flare as well as the duel onto the Bristleback. Nature's Prophet nearby, but you can't really commit to this. Now the Ricky comes in, the Rolling Thunder hits onto 2 of these heroes. Silence up is the Bristleback, and you need to kill him before he gets off that silence, or gets out of that silence. And the Arcane Bolt will finally do it. They do lose the Nature's Prophet. Legion Commander able to survive, and now the chase is on, looking for even more. The concussive shot, just need one more Arcane Bolt to kill him, but he is far enough away, and it's a 10,000 net worth lead for the Radiant. So, Ancient Apparition dies, caught out one more time. Skywrath Mage able to really just erase him. Their team comp is just, to be honest, awful. Fiend's Grip onto the Silencer. Anti-Mage hits away. He's got another kill. He's going into the Manta style. they'll go for the tier 2s. The blink forward just to clean up these creeps with Battle Fury. Again, no answer from the Dire. Shield Crash comes out. Anti-Mage might want to think about blinking away. He finally does. And there's the Nature's Prophet heading over towards bottom. He's going for the Maelstrom. So the push is what they're looking for. The global presence, the blink, on both the Legion Commander and obviously, the blink on the Legion Commander when it comes after the Shadow Blade, and the blink innately on the Anti-Mage. And then, just long distance with a concussive shot or the Fiend's Grip with the Aether Lens. They've got a lot going for them. Long range initiation, global presence, pushing power, team fight. They've got it all, really. Meanwhile, Dire don't really have that game changer. Bristleback can stand and bang for a little bit, but you silence him, you duel him. You've got all the right tools to really make sure he's not able to do too much. And Ice Blast comes through, but the global silence makes sure that it just doesn't shoot. All of a sudden, the Ancient Apparition, who's only level 6, so far under level it is now sprouted, uses that wand. It's bought enough time for them to come over and kill a Nature's Prophet. So they bring everybody here to get this kill. Let's see. Skywrath comes over maybe to try and clean up. Go for the Arcane Bolt, the concussive shot onto the Ricky. Swashbuckle, not the smartest play by the Skywrath Mage. Will end up getting that kill on to the Ancient Apparition. Legion, Blade Mail runs out. The TP away. As that fight's happening, Bane walks in and he dies. So one by one, they kind of walk in, and that's not really the game plan that you need. Up 12,000 net worth. Why walk in like that? And that really does end up costing you a couple kills and a bit of gold. A couple thousand. Not, not devastating, but not something you want to do if you don't want to let them come back into the game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ancient Apparition fights these treants, and I don't really quite understand it. Yeah, Ice Blast comes out, and they will trade. Most likely, and there it is. Yeah, that's the finishing touch. That's what they needed. So, Anti-Mage has the Yasha close to this Mantis style. Pangolier into the Crystallis with a Morbid Mask. I'm not sure about that build. Usually you see heavy on the Javelins. And Silencer into the Orchid, so another silence for Silencer. Ricky does spot the Skywrath Mage. They might be able to get this kill. There's the last word as well as the Arcane Curse. And he's trying to run away, but the damage is heavy from the last word, and there it is. Diffusal Blade for the Ricky. They're able to slow him up, keep him in range, and get the kill. And these little trick plays where you're trying to get, I would say, cocky, aren't going to work with Ricky on the map unless you know you have vision. Not knowing if you have vision or not is a bad thing to do against the Ricky. He's able to really set up, and you have to be careful. So there's the little sprout play. Anti-Mage comes over. Not sure you want to fight. Once you give up your mana, it doesn't matter how long you survive in these fights. And they're going to be able to sprout him again. Ice Blast does run over two of them. They've got the Silencer coming in. They blink forward. Pops him with the Mana Void, but a little bit too early. And now with everybody coming in, they'll get the kill on the Anti-Mage. He gives up 5 times kill streak to the Ricky. Again, it's overextending yourself and really putting yourself into trouble. Rolling Thunder hits. These duels are going to be very hard when it's 2v5. And now you give up the Legion Commander. Skywrath Mage finally comes over. The Silence of the Mystic Flare. They'll get the kill onto the Ricky. Now they look over the Fiend's Grip. That's going to hit onto the Pangolier. They should be able to clean him up. And there it is. The Skywrath Mage does the deed. So 13,000 net worth lead still, but again, just not what you want.
Wages of fear.
Nature's Prophet continuing to just push around and around the map. Anti-Mage probably going to want to wait for that Manta style, especially with silences. You Manta it off, and that's where you want to be. Without that Manta, I think he's very susceptible to this dire side, and as much as they don't have the best team comp, with the way Radiant's being aggressive, you get caught out without a Manta and you're silenced. It's just it's a bad look. And the Global Silence, I think, pretty much follows this up. They end up trading. Now the Ricky comes out of tricks of the trade. And there's the Veil. Concussive shot. Mystic Flare thrown. Not going to land. And Skywrath Mage is now caught out because he's too far away from his team. Silence comes out on the Pangolier. Maybe he gets that kill. He tries to turn. Bristleback's here with the Ricky. Does get the kill. Smoke Cloud a little bit too late. But he does trade his life.
What are you on about?
So Anti-Mage will push over towards top. And as he goes into the jungle, Nature's Prophet is there to kind of take over.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger next for the Legion Commander. Has Shadow Blade as well as the Blade Mail over towards top. Nature's Prophet trying to trade with the Silencer. Last word comes out, does a lot of damage. Anti-Mage is here, and I guess he'll just let them trade. He could have just right-clicked one of them, and that would have ended up working, but doesn't end up doing so, and doesn't let his Nature's Prophet die again. The pressure comes out top one more time. Tricks of the Trade comes through as well as the Ice Blast. Invis for right now is the Bane, and we'll see if they do try to make this turn. It's in front of the Ricky. Obviously doesn't know he's there. They'll look for the Bane. There's the duel. Don't need the Fiend's Grip on top of this, or at least you won't. You'll get the Brain Step as well as the Silence. So Bristleback's going to be the first one to die. Fiend's Grip out on the Pangolier. That'll be 2. Silence are dead as well, so 3 total over the span of that first death. If somebody just carried Dust for this Ricky, they'd get him every single time. But they almost refuse to. And it goes back to that cockiness, I say, that's coming from the Radiant. Go for the tier 3 over top. And there's Tricks of the Trade. Used again, and Global Silence to follow it up. Let's see what's next. What's next? You gotta have something next. You can't just use Global Silence like that. That's not how this is meant to be used. Is over top. They'll get the kill on a Bane. So they do get one. Mystic Flare gets thrown. A little bit of misusage on skills here, but with 2 Arcane Bolts being thrown out every single time, it's tough for the Dire to really stand and trade. Legion Commander already dead. There's the Swashbuckle to take out the Anti-Mage as well. Now from the high ground, Skywrath Mage trying to do all he can. Might get the Pangolier. And oh, wow. Swashbuckle to avoid it. Just in time. And does eventually get the kill.
Radiant showing no mercy. Dire's top barracks.
Buyback from the Pangolier. Blink Strike to the creeps. Tricks of the Trade. Nature's Prophet does die, staying with those creeps.
Dire's top barracks is falling.
And the only one who survives that whole thing is the Skywrath Mage. So yeah, it's 18,000 net worth lead, but you give up a lot just for the top set of racks. Now, buyback does come out from the Pangolier, and buyback only available on the Ricky and A8 at this point for the side of the Dire.
Double time.
Legion Commander just continuing to farm, has the blink going for the BKB. Anti-Mage finishing off a Ags. Not too sure how I honestly feel about that as Vane's taken out by the Silencer. He's caught out trying to ward. And they stumble on the Bristleback, and Hulti comes out. Trying to Mana Void, and that's the first time Global Silence has saved the life of somebody, or really done much of anything. Is Mana Void would have stopped the TP and would have been stuck there. Ricky comes over, as does the Silencer. They'll look for the last word as well as the Arcane Curse. There's the Sprout. Needs to try and get away, but the Mana Void comes in. The Silencer's dead. Ice Blast comes out a little bit too late. Now Anti-Mage here with the chase. Let's see if he can find this Ancient Apparition. He walks into this Bristleback, so he's not going to get the kill there. And then you take a look as Ricky finds the Nature's Prophet and cleans him up. He never actually went back to base. Cold Feet procs. And blink away happens. There's the duel coming through. The Ancient Apparition will die. And the duel will go to the Legion Commander. But there's the Silence onto the Pangolier. They've got the Arcane Bolt, which will kill off the Ricky. And 3 are dead on the side of the Dire, none of which have buyback.
'Tis mine.
So, pushes on over bottom a little bit with these creeps coming in. Back off to get these bounty runes for just a moment. The shrines are open. Blink forward, looking for the Pangolier. Got the Ags, as well as the Manta Style and the Battle Fury. Doesn't end up chasing the Pangolier. And Skywrath is just here to continue farming up, going for the Dagon 5.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Nature's Prophet showing himself again, but he's not that tanky.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
And oop, all of a sudden, Swashbuckle comes over as well as the Yules, and with the last word, Arcane Curse on him, he's gonna die to the Rolling Thunder.
Dire's middle tower looks to be
I don't
disintegrating.
know why you're really exactly pushing through towards top. The racks are already down there, and there's the Mystic Flare Dagon onto this Pangolier. Global Silence comes down. He survives with about 50 health. Anti-Mage looking for the Abyssal Blade, and dead for another 30 seconds will be the Nature's Prophet. And nope. They found the Bristleback, so Silence comes out as well as the concussive shot. Legion will come around for the duel. Blade Mail, Mana Void. It's another duel one as this Anti-Mage will get the pop.
Amazing what you found laying around.
Bristleback, you know, even with the Vanguard and the Blade Mail, not able to survive against everybody, and that really does make it tough. And Radiant talking about not having a sentry ward. Meanwhile, they haven't really carried dust for this Riki, who does have 7 kills, so... That's not exactly the best thing to gloat about.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine is fallen.
See what they're able to do, and Jules comes out. Well as the silence, last word. Nature's Prophet staying close by. Ice Blast is gonna miss. He'll go for the Rolling Thunder. That bounces onto the Nature's Prophet. Looking for the Anti-Mage. He tries to blink away. He gets stunned up as well. Swashbuckle on top of that. He doesn't have an Aegis. Mana Void comes through, and now the Legion Commander is gonna get a dual win, and then they'll look for more. Anti-Mage drops, so does the Ancient Apparition. Mail on this Bristleback. You cannot really try to hit him or chase him. End up killing off the Riki. Now the TP attempt away, but Bristleback able to get the kill. Meanwhile, Skywrath Mage gets a triple kill as he kills off Pangolier. Now, let's see if they can get the Bristleback.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They've got the silence, the damage. Again, the Quill's got to be careful. Ultra kill here for the Skywrath Mage. Everybody dead. And the push should come in to finish this game with only one hero having buyback.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
So,
Dire's middle
kill
tower is
off
fallen.
the mid-tier 3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Regeneration.
They'll kill off the mid-set Arax as well. They get the silence, the last word, global silence. And Arcane Curse. Will finally start to do some damage. Should take out the Nature's Prophet if he's unable to TP back in time. He finally dies. The Ancient Apparition trying to stay close, and I believe he should die in the well. Godlike is the Skywrath Mage. Ancient Apparition dies. Silencer dies again. And all of a sudden, concussive shot as well as the duel. That'll come out, but not on to the Riki, who has a Manta style, and it will be on an illusion. So Riki, luckily enough, not caught out on this one.
Look good. Dire's bottom tower
Start to take the bottom set of racks as they take the bottom tier 3. The mid set of racks will fall at the same time in unison. Should be Mega Creeps here for the Radiant, and blink forward with the Blade Mail, and beyond godlike is the Skywrath Mage. Tricks of the trade once again coming out from the Riki, as well as the last word and the Arcane Curse onto the Bane, but Silencer won't survive. He ends up falling. Skywrath Mage needs to run as Ice Blast attempts, and Bane almost walks into it. That would have been awful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Cliff comes out, and that'll be the last thing really holding these
Dire's middle
this
tower
game
is under
together.
attack. Dire's middle tower is fallen.
Tower goes down. The Ancient is next. Nobody moving out of the well except for the Ancient Apparition. He pays with it with his life, and the game will end.
Okay.
So let's put that on YouTube real quick. So switch this